Good. The next project is called Void of Voids. It's on page 81. It comes to us from Iran and Italy. Please welcome Encia, and she will be joined on stage with her collaborator, Jacopo. Encia is a PhD in cosmology at Bonn University. Let's give her a big round of applause.
Hello, everyone. When I was a child, I had a chance to sleep under the clear sky of the Iran on the grandparents' yard when the stars become my close friends, my companions. That stays still with me after this long journey. And I fall in love astronomy without really knowing what does it mean, that falling in love with stars. And it was so encouraging me that I did physics in university and then I changed to cosmology. And I got my PhD from Germany in 2012. And I realized that I have a responsibility to come back home and share what I have learned with the students in Iran. And of course, transfer the joy of the astronomy with my people and also with the public by doing science communication that I was always doing during my studies. So it was a great journey and I was really happy. In 2022, I got a fellowship to go to Mexico for a 3-month research visit. And it was really great adventure going there and also meeting people and of course having a fun with the really great culture of Mexico. Everything was going well, but something really strange happened in my country. Just 3 weeks after arriving in Mexico, the protest started in Iran called Women Life Freedom. And I was really shocked as a female that how it could be that you can be killed just not because of wearing hijab. It was really shocking for me. And I could say that, okay, this girl who passed away could be my students, could be me, you know? And I couldn't tolerate that situation anymore. And I resigned from my faculty position in solidarity with my people. And I never regret this decision after 27 months. I did it because I feel this responsibility, but I could not imagine that that action will lead to a really harsh consequences. Later, I realized that I was the first faculty member who resigned, and then they were just 5. So that's what threatened the regime. So they called my family a few hours after my resignation letter became viral in social media. And it was a threatening message, clear one, that this journey will be just one way. There is no way to come back home. That's how I become the exiled scientist. I found myself alone with a really short visa and no bank account because of the sanctions imposed on Iranians. I found myself inside of the void, but even worse, inside void of voids without no help. And that reminded me the visit of Jewish Museum a decade ago in Berlin, when I stood up in a place called Void of Voids, cold, empty place, completely dark, and I could feel somehow what was the feeling of the Jewish people during the Second World War, that they found themselves alone in this universe. And then I found myself suspended in space and time, no way to pass, no home to back, and of course, no future ahead. Completely suspended in space and time. And that reminded me Einstein, who created space-time. And he was also a displaced scientist. You know, during the Second World War, he forced to move to US. And I was just thinking that of thousands of the scientists who become displaced and refugee when the conflicts like war, coup, revolution, even doing the political acts happen for them. And they find themselves without any support. So that's why I want to share their journey with you. But in cosmology, we call the empty places void, that they are complete vacuum, that you cannot find such complete vacuum in any lab. And we don't know how these voids create, but we know that there is no light there, no galaxy, no stars. And of course, the sound also cannot transfer inside the vacuum. However, I tried not to be silent. I co-founded the International Community of Iranian Academics to be the voice of Iranian scholars, students, and professors who are under severe suppression in that totalitarian regime. There is no academic freedom. The theme of this festival is freedom, and I'm just thinking about academic freedom, which is harshly violated in my country and in other totalitarian regimes. I try to be the voice of these people and also other at-risk scholars by doing interviews, articles, everything that I could have to be their voices. And I put also the life of my family in danger in Iran because I don't know where I'm gonna pass the red lines of the government that they threaten my family in Iran as well. However, I just want to tell you that void of voids is not void of voices. I shared the story of one of these displaced scholars that I just packed my luggage for 3 months, and now it's 27 months that I'm in exile. I want to share the story of the other scientists, that they faced the same thing in the past and facing right now, and making awareness that in future they should find more support. So this is gonna be the digital graphic novel about displaced scholars in general. So for this project, I really want to make awareness among policymakers, scientists, scientific community, and public. I shared with you that the voids, they are empty places, but in cosmology, we just find galaxies inside them that we have no clue how they form. So this collaboration between policymakers, scientific community, and public will be these galaxies inside of the voids to help these scientists to survive, because science is the only thing that they know, and they will be really happy to share it with the public. Making awareness with policymakers, because these people are looking for places to make a new home. So they need visas, they need residency, they need to create a new home. And of course, they are really valuable people for the society. And you as public, making awareness. So for this project, I'm looking for funding, web designers, and illustrators. Thanks a lot, Jacobo, for the great illustration that you have done. Without you, that was not possible. And there's a poem in Persian that I want to share it with you, saying that wherever I am, sky is mine. But to be honest, that's not true. And my heart aches to gaze again to the stars from my homeland. And I think this is also the dream of the other displaced scholars. So let's help them to not make the void of voids as void of voices and be the voice of these displaced scholars. Thank you.